when I came with Vienna.
On January 31st. So you're just gonna address now. I've just
Okay,
told you what actually happened. Now what are you
so
gonna?
I listen to you, you listen to me.
I'm gonna listen to you. Yes. Okay.
So the process is when a worker has a file, and if the file is going to be transferred to another worker, then we need to do a transfer meeting. Okay. So when I was notified that the file is going to be transferred to me, then we had Vienna and myself had to come to your place, and it was a planned visit. So we came to discuss that transfer meeting that Vienna is going to transfer the file to me, and I am going to be your worker.
Right. So that was January 31st, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and then Vienna explained the process. Is usually what happens is when we start working together, we develop a 6-month plan of service. This 6-month plan of service lay out what we are trying to achieve for the next 6 months. So if we agree on the objectives and the activities, okay, so we start working together. At the end of the 6 months, if everything, because there are safety goals, right? So it says the society will be ready to close the file if this and this and this happens. At the end of the 6 months, we sit down together and we review what we have achieved. If everything is good, we are all happy, then we close the file, right? Or we extend the plan for another whatever 6 months or 3 months or whatever. So in that meeting, you requested more information, and
I requested documentation.
Yes,
because
that's
true. Hearing, I wanted to see it in writing.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that. No,
Okay.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
You requested information, documentation, and you requested the process as well. So
did I ever get that?
So and then that is why the transfer process was deemed incomplete, right? Because if it was complete, if we all agreed Mohammed, you are going to be my worker from now on, and Vienna, I won't be seeing you unless you are covering for somebody, and then I give you my business card so that any contact will be with me. So that process was incomplete because you said, okay, so this meeting is over.
All I said was I'm not agreeing to anything unless I see it in writing.
Let me finish.
I know.
Let me finish.
I'd like you to quote me accurately.
Okay. So that process, the transfer process was incomplete.
Because?
Because we did not agree.
Because you didn't give me any documentation.
No, because that was something. Because if you said, okay, so fine, Mohammed, welcome, and I hope we'll be working together cooperatively, blah 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 blah. Then I give you my business card.
No, but it wasn't that. So that wasn't the question.
So then I go and get you things that you had requested, but you said, okay, so this meeting is over.
No, I said I'm not. You asked me to agree to voluntary involvement with the CAS into perpetuity, and I said I'm not agreeing to anything like that unless I see it in writing.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
And then I asked for it writing, and you said you would provide it, and I never received anything.
Okay, so
and then my children were taken.
So what I am saying is that transfer process was incomplete, and that means I was not technically your worker, and because that transfer process was incomplete. So then I was hoping that we'll come back and collect all the documents, that will answer your questions, and then come back to you and complete the transfer.
Right.
Right. Before we did that, we received information that was concerning.
What kind of information?
That is written in my affidavit. Okay, so and then I was directed. Vienna was not.
Your affidavit is false.
Let me finish.
Certainly.
I was directed because when the information came, I was directed by my supervisor to go and attend the house and announce. Right?
With the 3 police officers.
So listen, let me finish. So when I came all by myself.
That's not true.
Okay. Okay, so listen.
What date do you claim you came all by yourself? Between January 31 and Feb 5th.
No, on that day, February 5th.
You were with 3 police officers.
No, but if you are, let me complete the sentence which I am repeating myself. So I came, when I was directed by my supervisor, to go and find out this information, discuss with Didra, and assess the situation, and then we'll take the decision accordingly. I came all by myself. There was no police whatsoever, and you immediately closed the door and said, go back and come and make an appointment. So I went back to my car. I called my supervisor. I said, this is what happened, and the decision was made that I had to talk to you. I had to come in, but because I was denied, I had to contact police for support. Police came, and then we came. I came with police.
When you entered the house with the police, did you feel the kids were in imminent danger?
No, it was. The point was, I wanted to discuss the information we received, and you were not cooperating with that.
So because I did not, I'm a little, who knows what you're talking about, but I don't think my choice to not talk to you at a certain time, maybe I had to go to a meeting, maybe I was, who knows. I don't think that's grounds for abducting children and seeking a temporary and then a permanent restraining order which prevented me from seeing the kids.
Okay, so that.
So how do you support that decision? How do you think that's actually helping kids? That just because you didn't get to have a chit chat, that you're able to remove? Do you understand how horrific it must be to be ripped from your parents at that age?
Well, Solidra, we know how it impacts on the children when they are removed.
Yeah, and you did it anyway.
I mean, Sean and Kate were removed from your home because of the concern.
What concern was it?
They were not placed in a foster home. They were placed with their father,
who's a narcissist.
And they were in. So they were placed in their father. I am very comfortable where they are. Because I know they are safe, I know they are happy, I'm sure they are missing their mother.
I have a question.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, no, okay, that's good, that's fine.
Every month.